Contract closeout procedure. This is a very important procedure that has to be followed at the end of the project to properly close the contract. So let us see step by step how this procedure has to be followed. So what is the importance of a contract closeout checklist? It ensures nothing is missed during the contract. It improves compliance with internal and external audit standards. That is, it is mostly related to the quality. It reduces financial leakage and unapproved liabilities. This is to close out the financial requirements. What are the types of closeouts? One is administrative, financial, legal. Administrative is very technical, especially it focuses on the deliverables documents. Financial, it focuses on the reconciliation of invoices, retention, and claims. Legal is ensuring that the contractual obligations and liabilities are being properly closed. Verify completion of all deliverables. So match the final deliverables with the contract, confirm the completion of the KPIs, SLAs, and milestones. So obtain written communication from all the stakeholders to record the deliverables are being completed. Because while execution, you start executing an IFC even when it is in code B or code 2, when the actual approval is code 1 and code A. So in such conditions, only at the closure of the contract, these deliverables are properly closed and as bills are properly recorded. Review change orders and amendments. Ensure all change requests are approved, documented, and the same has been updated in the contract. Check cost and time impacts are updated in the final contract value. So verify no pending or missing changes exist, because only then you will get a wholesome picture of what is the value of the contract and what is the time taken for the execution. Conduct final performance evaluation. So you have to analyze the contractors perform based on KPIs, what are the document issues, successes, and improvement areas, what lessons learned you applied from the previous projects, and what are the success happened in this project has to be recorded. So you have to record the performance of the contractor for future grading, and this will be shared with the procurement departments to have an update for the next bidding services. Perform final financial reconciliation. So this is going to be very tough because you have to match the purchase orders, you have to match the invoices and payments. Even though we have an ERP system, there will be most mismatches in this area, and this has to be done properly because to allocate a proper project cost and expenses. So verify retention releases based on the bank guarantees in the contracts and confirm no pending financial claims or from the contract side. So this is a very important stage because this is where the disputes happen. So verify the claims and dispute resolution. Ensure all claims are settled and documented. Verify the legal clearance has been received if anything on dispute. Confirm the dispute log is closed, that all the subcontractors, all the contractors' issues has been closed. Inventory and asset return verification. It confirms the return of company issued assets tools. So you have to, once not all the items are being outsourced or being subcontracted. The company has its own assets and that has to be verified and put back to the assets. Even the scraps are considered as the assets that has to be sold properly and put back to the company's asset. Check asset conditions and documentations. You have to check the asset conditions, whether after this project, what are in good conditions to be used in the next project and what are not in a good condition to be used in the next project. So reconcile project inventory usage. Compliance and legal requirements. So check regulatory compliances like safety certifications, environmental certifications, permits, ensure contract-specific legal obligations are met, obtain compliances and clearance from the legal department. Documentation complaints. So compile all reports, drawings, test certificates. See, we are in 2025. At least now you try to take them as soft copies. So even some of the old employers, you name it, they still ask in hard copies, which is a threat to the environmental sustainability. You can imagine what is submitting a booklet in paper. You don't imagine these final dossiers for the entire project will track an entire truck to hold it. So you just imagine thousands of documents, thousands of books, and thousands of books will have to be submitted in copies. Usually they ask for one original and 3 copies. So this is a threat for the environment. So I would like to recommend in this video to all the employers, contractors, whenever you sign a contract for the final dossiers, please sign for a soft copy. You can even give 2 hard disks, or you can even give a cloud access, but avoid using papers. So prepare final contract documentation index, submit the complete records to the document control team. Contractor offboarding. I'm not sure how many of them are doing this. You just don't abandon the contractor, properly offboard the contractor. So disable system access for the contractor, ensure all passwords, badges, permissions are revoked, have a discussion with your IT, and conduct formal exit communication. So closeout meeting preparation. So this is similar to a kickoff meeting. When we have a kickoff meeting is very famous, but closeout meeting is not famous. But no, most of us don't know that there is a closeout meeting. So create an agenda highlighting the key closure points, identify the issues that requires a discussion, prepare summary of the contract performance. Next is the closeout meeting. So review the deliverables and performances, finance and claims on a very high level. Document the meeting minutes and conclusions that it has a smooth closure from all the stakeholders. Obtain financial acceptance, sign off. So update the lessons learned record. So similarly, how we use the previous lessons learned in this project, and this lessons learned record has to be updated. And this feedback has to be given to the procurement team and the next project execution team. If this feedback is not linked to their execution, then there is no reason for maintaining this lessons learned record. It's not a ritual to maintain the lessons learned record. We have to really learn the lessons from the records. So update the contract repository. So archive all final contract and all the amendments. Ensure metadata tagging for easy revival or retrieval. Restrict access based on data governance rules that every company has. Archive the communication and correspondence, because you don't know that even the closure of the project, there are jurisdiction allowance that within 3 years, within 5 years, a contractor can come back again for a claim, even though they are not notified. So maintain all these emails, letters, and minutes of meetings. Ensure proper version control. So follow secure archive guidelines. Final closeout and approval workflow. You assign the approvers for each closure stage. So there will be so many stakeholders being involved. Like the punch list closure will be by the quality departments, and safety department will be involved. Procurements, engineering, everybody will be involved. Collect digital signatures for audit trials. Ensure workflow compliance with external policy, with internal policy. So how to periodically update the closeout checklist. So you cannot do the entire closeout checklist at once. It has to be updated partly whenever every major milestone has been achieved, whenever major project has been closed. So incorporate the new regulatory and industrial updates that came up and you face the issues in this project execution. So consult cross-functional teams for any improvements or to how to easily resolve these issues you faced in this project. So what are the best practices for effective contract closure? Try to use a standardized template. Of course, it has to be customized for every project, but at least you have a skeleton to be used every time. train the teams regularly. So you have to train and empower the teams to understand the entire cycle of the contracts, because everybody is working under a contract with a client. Use digital tools for tracking and documentation. Thank you. For enquiries regarding delay claims and EOT claims or any other kind of claims in the construction industry, please contact us in the below said numbers. For corporate trainings, for if you want to train your entire team or your department that has going to handle the contracts and claims, so we can discuss on that. And for individuals who want to upskill their careers and learn more about claims, contracts management, especially on delay analysis, please check out the contact below for individual courses. Thank you.